Let us begin immediately. Right, remember, the most important pair that you can look at is the DXY, which can give you an overall summary of where the majority of your dollar pairs are headed, most likely this whole week and even the next coming weeks of March and all that. So the dollar index is very fundamental because it can give you a summary of where we're even headed for the for the whole of March actually. So I remember doing analysis on the dollar index previously. I think I did it whereby I showed you clearly that the dollar index overall they are still bullish because here, if you look, I'm still on the weekly. Still on the weekly, you can see we're that major break there. That was a major break like that. And now I'm anticipating on the next major break up there. How do I know that that break is now coming? When I see structure shifting order flow from bearish to bullish. Here, where did structure shift from bearish to bullish? Down here where they encountered the change of character to the upside, it was this one or even that adjustment to the upside, because an adjustment that is in alignment with your order flow, because order flow is bullish here. So if you find an upward adjustment like that, it can also be regarded as a change of character because we are indeed going up. So there we were still bullish, right? So you discover that they don't induce up until where they want to turn. So here they were coming down, 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 up until they did this overall major adjustment. Then they now did this to signify that we are now shooting up. So even here, after even coming back into this same zone, that was a low, that was a high. Then eventually they took the high out. So you see now. So same thing here with where we are currently. Where we are currently, where where we are currently on the dollar index. Where we are currently on the dollar index, you can actually see that they've actually induced to the downside, they've also induced to the upside, meaning our bias to the upside, the move that we want to go to the upside, it has actually been confirmed that we are now shooting up. Where where are the things that I'm talking about? If you notice here, this downside adjustment, it made that a swing leg, right? After that, then they did an upside adjustment, which is basically here. Where is it? It's actually here. Right. So after doing this, I knew that eventually we are going up and they tapped this major demand. And most likely I'm expecting a shoot up to break structure up there like this. Right. So you see, even here, as they were coming like this, there was no adjustment along the way here. Because if we're just looking and analyzing from the weekly, you know that once they've tapped your major level and once they've done this upside inducement or even this one to the upside, they'll maintain this structure up until the move ends up there. They'll maintain this inside bullish structure up until the move ends. You see here that this way the move ends. They kept on maintaining it, maintaining and maintaining up until they induced there, which is now that was the creation of the new swing high. Then yeah, that's a low, that's a high, that's a low. That's a high. Then eventually they took everything out. So it means we're now shooting up like this. See? So having seen this on the weekly, all I now need to do is to go to the daily. So on the weekly as well, you can see that there's a demand. There's actually this inside demand where they can even still tap onto before we go all the way to the upside. And before they even go all the way up there, the first short-term target is always this one. Because after taking out this, they can actually give you a slight pullback as they will be coming down to continue the overall move. So I'm still looking forward to something like this. Break, be there, maybe pull back, break, pull back, break, pull back, something like this on the weekly of the DXY. Then going down to the daily, we're just going there to identify the confluence that we have that is in alignment with what we just saw on the on the on the on the on the on the weekly. So looking on the daily, this is the daily demand that is not tabbed. Uh, and that's the most important because why? Because here they changed character on the daily. Remember, what you call this? A weekly inducement is actually a daily change of character. Those in the class, I think you're aware of this. So yeah, that was an inducement, that was a break of structure like this. Then there, that was a change of character according to the daily. So after changing character, all they are now doing inside there, they're now just forming inducement legs as they are going upwardly. So here we now have a higher high, right? We now have a swing higher high. That was a previous, and that was a previous. So you can see that we're now bullish. So here they have now confirmed also this as a higher low by taking out of this upward adjustment like this. We now have a higher low and now we must shoot up. So even if the market comes and pulls back here, which is obviously right now the current situation, we are still bullish. There is no change to that overall bias. So overall, the DXY, we're anticipating a serious move, a serious push to the upside the whole of March. These last 3 weeks that we have in March, I'm looking forward to a very beautiful push on the DXY to the upside like this, like this. This is our first major target like that. Once we take out that first major target, then we can have another structure to the downside as we'll be going. But for now, this is my main structure that we currently have. So here I'm just anticipating this drop, up, induce, down, induce, up. Then they will now be going. That will now be bullish order flow going to the upside. So currently they can still drop into this level. They can still drop into this level. Going down to the 4 hour, we're just going down there for extra confluence as well. You can see, so that's my zone there, which is in yellow. So even here, they can even push even as far as this 4 hour demand is concerned, this one that you're seeing at the far lowest here. They can even push all the way to there, which is also fine. There's nothing wrong with that because it will actually something like this, right? So from where it is now, from up there where it is, I'm just anticipating a continuation of bearish order flow up until they tap this extreme level. A continuation of bearish order flow up there up until they up until they take out the level. So yeah, looking on the 4 hour, that was a leg. That was a leg. This is a leg. We now have a higher high already. We are coming to create a higher low. That's the only simplest explanation to what's happening on the 4 hour. So there they induced up there. After inducing, they came again, they broke structure. If they're going to do any pullback inside here before they continue here, it will be within this range here. Within this range here, maybe to this level, up there. If they don't tap that one, there's also this order flow here. So those are the two major levels that you'll be anticipating a pullback onto before they continue shooting down. So they can actually give you pullback here before the continuation. So DXY, I'm still looking forward for the drop into here. Once you drop into there, we buy and go up with it all the way to the upside. So this is what I'm looking for on the DXY. It's already bullish. It's already overall bullish. But all we now need to see on the 4 hour, like here, it's just going to sell in order for it to buy. So having known that the DXY overall now, we're now bullish, even though we're just now pushing back into the extreme in order to continue buying. You see a very interesting confluence when it comes to the dollar pairs. Which confluence is that? Since the DXY has already turned, it has already turned bullish. If you go to the daily, they turned bullish long back here. They turned bullish, overall bullish. Then here also, this is a confirmation that currently they are now also bullish, right? Here, this is just a short-term structure that is inside, but currently bullish. So both the internal and the external on the daily, you can see that they're actually bullish. So once I know that the DXY are now bullish, when I go now to my dollar pairs, starting from my first major pair that I trade, which is US30, I'm most likely anticipating a major change of character as well to the downside. You see that as the DXY, the whole of March will be shooting up, which is the strength of the dollar based on the analysis that I showed you. You see most likely you see that also once the confirmations have happened on our dollar pairs, they'll also be doing the opposite of what the DXY will be doing, depending on the pair that you'll be looking at. So that was a major break, and this one is an inside structure, break of structure. So currently, my bias on US30 is still stuck within the internal structure there. Even if I'm going to have any pullback, I'm expecting a pullback within the internal before we continue to the upside. So all these targets to the downside, I'm not looking at them for now, as yet. So after having seen this on the weekly, I can see that the weekly has to take out this level, which is an adjustment before they continue. So I go down to the daily. Once you understand what I'm doing right now, you'll see that it won't even be hard for you to catch, especially I usually and always advise people to catch A plus setups. When you focus on catching A plus setups, you see that 9 out of 10 times you will always be right on the market. When you focus on catching what do you call this, A plus setups. So on the weekly is this one, but on the daily it's actually this adjustment that must happen. So once that happens, you know that our major pullback has now begun. Once you see this on the daily, because once it induces there on the daily, it's a similar thing to this inducement here. After they induce, they will pull back into their major level here. They wanted to pull back to this level before they continue, which is okay. So here already I have a vesting major level there. Other levels are these demands or these order flow areas, but I'm expecting them to be taken out as well. So they're not that much important to me. There's also another one here. The market can basically bounce from there before. So once you see them inducing like this, they can take maybe this supply first, this demand, I mean. Once they take this demand, then they can even pull back. Then they touch there, the order flow. They can pull back to maybe an extreme supply, continue, pull back to the breaker block, maybe up until they get to this level. Then you see them inducing overally to the upside like this. So this is what I'm now expecting on US30. The good part is that this video is being recorded. I always tell my students, I remember that whole GBP buy move before it even started. I even explained and told guys, watch out and see this move as it is going to happen. Even on US30, I'm repeating my words again. Watch out and see how this whole move that I've plotted for you is going to play out. The whole of this March, the whole of even next month, I want you to watch and see how the US30 will be flowing. So after having seen that on the daily, I might not need to go to the 4 hour, or I can even go, right? Just for clarity's sake. So on the 4 hour, that's the change of character there. Remember, a daily, what do you call this? A daily inducement is basically an edge forward change of character. So that will be the level. That was an adjustment there. That was a break. That was a break of structure. So all I now need for US30 to come and change this character is for that internal structure on the 4 hour to remain bearish. Once they remain bearish, they are definitely coming to take out this. Once they take out that, I'm looking forward for the next reversal upwardly to happen maybe from here, right, like this. So what we now need to see this week on US30 is a continuation of this inside bearish flow that is currently happening. Once it maintains this, I know definitely we are coming to change character. So here, once they come pa, 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 induce, pa, induce, then we go like this. That will now be bearish order flow now. So on the 1 hour now, which is where most likely my final, this is the final time frame that I'll be looking at to see. So here you can see that there's this bearish flow that is already there on the 1 hour, right? Whereby here they induced to the upside. They did this short inside break, which is good because now we have a bearish structure already inside there, the 1 hour, which we can actually utilize and take advantage of as we'll be waiting for the major change of character. So that's a short-term B inside there. Short-term break of structure inside there. Where is it? Like that. Then here, where is our next leg? Our next B, it has to happen here. Like this, which is why I'm expecting the next short-term inner B around there. Then up there, this is where the short-term inducement began. Like this. So already you can see that even last week, even the NFP move, whatever, it wasn't even a mystery. So here they tapped this level, you could have sold, right? The next level that they did tap. So here there is this level that I think I drew for you was it last week? Okay, I drew this level and they've tapped it and they are dropping. I think I drew this nicely last week. They are dropping already. So I'm anticipating them to come and break this and eventually change character. Let me go to 30 minutes, which is where I'm going to stop on that time frame. So on the 30-minute here now, the thing is they haven't touched this one, which is good now because there is now a confluence that I'm having as well there, which is I have this equal highs here, which is liquidity. I also have this equal highs, which is also liquidity. This one was wiped, I can see, but this one, they also tried to wipe it here. So they can also utilize the whole thing as as the entire combined liquidity here. So here, the reason why they can still push into this level is because of this bullish pullback that was still maintained. The bullish pullback that was still maintained is this one going to the upside. So long they're still maintaining that, they can still come into this level. Once they come there with strike sales all the way to the upside, to the downside. So yeah, that was up, down, up, down, up, down, broke, up, down. So yeah, they haven't taken this out. So most likely we are going to have this up, then down. Then once you have something like this now on the 30-minute, this is the trick now. I hope you are listening. So once I'm here because on the 30-minute I'm on an extreme level where we can have a push. So here the main trade is this one, right? But here where it is, once all you now need is a 5-minute or even a 15-minute confirmation for the entry of this buy. Because according to structure, which is this structure going to the upside, that was a break, right? That was a break. If you're looking at it from even for 5 minutes, even the 15-minute, that was a break, right? After the break, they came to the extreme level, which is where they are now. They've tapped our extreme level. So them touching our extreme level is not good enough to just jump in. The next thing that we just need is a 5-minute short-term confirmation. Hey, this is a beautiful, beautiful moment. Beautiful moment, beautiful moment. So now, all you now need is an adjustment. Down, up, down, up. That was down, that was up, that was down, that was up, that was down, that was up, that was down, that was up. Did they break here? Yeah, they broke, that was down. So you just need this. Take out this, pull back here. We fly. As simple as that. Fly all the way to the level there. All the way up there. So this will be a counter buy that you'll be taking for that particular moment. That will be a counter buy. So that's an adjustment. That was a break. So this is it. US30, I think I've shown you everything about it because it's my main pay, obviously. That's why I spend why I spent most of the time on it. Other pairs, other pairs that are not really my main pairs, all I do is I just identify A plus setups. If there's any A plus setup on any other pair that is not my major pairs, I would definitely take it as well. I would definitely take it as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this after they take out that. So it's a beautiful, beautiful buy to sell situation. Beautiful buy to. I hope that even um, as we go live, we'll be live on TikTok just now. I think half past 2. I believe by that time they must have given me some structure for New York Open, NYSE Open. So here this buy is only valid after we take out this. So once we take out this, that's when this buy is valid. Now we're not yet in. We're just waiting for that hole. So long this level is not taken out, there's still room to go up. So yeah, just wait for this, then you come back, then we strike. So that is the overall US30 analysis. Gold, I'm still anticipating a drop as well. I'm still anticipating a drop. Let me see if ever it has actually given me some confirmations. So gold on the overall major structure on the weekly. Beautiful thing is that it broke the major previous highs, which was okay. It was not even a problem. Major adjustment, that was a major break of structure. After the major break of structure, now we now anticipate a major pullback before a major continuation. As simple as that. So major break, major pullback, we'll be anticipating it maybe to around these levels here. This one can be just a reaction level where the market will come and react to. So here our adjustment leg is up there. That's a full analysis like that. Going to the daily, you're going to see if there's any other confluence or any other thing that you need to know. If there's nothing, you just keep on going lower and lower and lower. Right, this is the daily, still the same thing. 4 hour, right? That's the level. On the 4 hour, it will actually basically be a change of character. So even the buys of last week, they were basically very clear if you were following order flow nicely. Was here on the 4 hour, which is the main time frame that you can easily identify the current order flow. That was a break of structure like this. After breaking structure, they did induce, but they couldn't come and change character here, right? Which was the first sign. So eventually they came and they broke this structure up there, which was also still okay, right? It's not even a shock because based on structure, they were still bullish. So yeah, even after doing this upside adjustment, or you can call it a change of character or a minor change of character, since it's in alignment with where we are going, we are bullish. If you are bullish, you have an upside adjustment. It's also given a name. So yeah, they came to the extreme demand. See? After touching extreme demand, you go lower time frame, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, goal, there you identify. So even if you just entered the stop loss below here, you're still also correct. So the major change of character that we now must have for the major pullback is this one. Like this, right? Then up there before they come to, they just have to induce maybe around here. I'll go to 1 hour and refine that inducement properly. Let me refine this. If you refine this according to 1 hour, the last leg, where was it? Where is the last leg? That was a break there. That was a pullback, which is here. Roughly here. That's where the 1 hour adjustment is. And once you now have this on the 1 hour, go to 15, go to 5. Right. This is beautiful. So on the 15, this is our level, and it will be sort of like a change of character. So yeah, even if they're actually pushing all the way to the upside, break structure there. Break structure like that. Then did they take this out? Broke structure again. So this is now on the 15 minute where we are going to have. This one is also presenting a very beautiful opportunity. Very, 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 very powerful, beautiful, beautiful opportunity. Many people they're just keeping on buying without understanding, thinking, hey, it's going to keep on buying. You need understanding for you to say that. You don't just open your mouth and say, hey, this thing is going to keep on buying. It's you need understanding. Even the Bitcoin, I saw so many people saying, hey, going to 100K. In as much as I don't doubt that, but before it does that, it will take out a lot of people. It won't just go just like that. Just like that. It won't just go. So here, I have this extreme supply untapped. And here we are still bullish because they haven't induced to the downside. The downside inducement is most likely here. Up, down, up. They failed to take it out. So most likely, most likely they can still come into this level before maybe they drop. So 5 minutes will help you now for the current position where gold is, because those are new highs. There is no much structure on the higher time frame where the market is. So yeah, here this was one move up. Let's see here if there's anything else. So on the what you call this, on the 5 minute, I can see that they did up, down. Then on the 5 minute, they did induce here, which is okay, because this will also help us now to know that definitely they will come for this one. So even if they come for this one, the way I want you to put your stop loss is going to be so unique. So the reason why they induced there, the first sign that they were going down was this one. Then they were going up was this one, right? So let me just show you a bit of structure here. People, they don't understand what really adjustment is. So here, this is a higher high. This is a higher low. Then this adjustment, it made this a higher high. Then that one, it made this a higher low like this. Then this one now, if ever it was going to break that one, it had to maintain this until they break. But its failure to maintain, that is what is most likely going to cause something like this. Here we have liquidity already, something like this, then they come, then they wipe. Once now you have a lower high like this, most likely they will come and change, then they go. I hope we are moving together. Are we okay? Are we moving together? Please, those other pairs that you want me to analyze, those ones you can freely go ahead and analyze for yourself. And not to say it's because for the sake of time, I can't analyze all the pairs. For the sake of time, I can't analyze all all the pairs. I can't do that. I can't do that for the sake of time. I can't. Even if I want to. So you can put your stop loss there for safety, but here is also okay. But there's just for safety, so that you're not wiped. Then the market just goes all the way and exceeds even where you're anticipating. So here is our current entry on gold, which is a sell entry. Short term, not really. It's not really bigger A plus, because it's just a lower time from confirmation that we have. The higher time frames, they still are yet to form a similar major bearish structure. So this will just be a mini trade that you don't even need to go aggressive, just go conservatively, and then you watch how it moves. So gold, that will be the entry. US30, I also spoke here. Once we have this, that will be the entry. Let me see something else. GBPUSD, it did the main move that we spoke about. Main move to the upside, it happened as I even predicted. It wasn't even a secret. That was an A plus setup from down there. So up there, I see so many people keeping on buying even after they has broken this. You need to be so wise, because definitely they will pull back before they continue. And that continuation, I'm anticipating to touch that 4 hour supply. First one is this one. Second second supply before the overall drop is this one. Especially this one, because it has collected a lot of liquidity. That's why it's much more stronger than this one. So these are the two levels that I'm looking forward. So here we can have a pullback. Looking on the 4 hour pullback here, tap there, maybe tap there, something like this. So currently, you just need to look at your short-term structure because that's the only structure that will help you to know what's happening now. Right. So looking at the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame, there on these levels, we need a change of character to the downside. The same way we had a change of character to the upside, all the way from the downside, where this overall major buy began, which is down here. This buy here, I even explained that it was still the major target was actually up there for these buys. So that was where the change of character happened to the upside. So now the change of character to the downside will happen most likely here or here. So these inside legs or internal structure legs are basically legs that are being formed by inducement. So yeah, let's say they come and induce here. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It will actually be an opportunity as well. An opportunity. It will actually be an opportunity to even enter your next set of buys to the upside. So here, even if they were going, they were creating bullish order flow. They broke there. They also broke there. That was an adjustment. That was an adjustment. With a higher low, higher high, higher high, higher low. Where did we break? We broke there. Now we are most probably inducing. So they can even come. Here they tapped. So that's why they might not come there. That's why they might not come all the way down there. To induce here, they can also come, but it's also touched as well. So those are not really major zones of importance. That's why I have this first level there. So once they tap there, just identify your structure and order flow before the confirmation or before you jump in the buys. So right now I'm looking forward for a continuation of buys on GBP USD. Continuation of buys. That's what I'm looking forward to. Continuation of buys. So nothing yet, nothing serious yet today. Another pair that I have, Nasdaq obviously is almost similar to US30, so I won't waste time there. You just go and you do your own analysis using what I explained. I don't want to waste much time there. I have a very beautiful setup that I'm seeing on USDJPY, which is actually at a major buying zone. So USDJPY, you can see that they are bullish on the 4 hour, and they will maintain this bullish order flow up until they take on that leg, right? So yeah, they're now on an extreme level of a bullish order flow, which is here where they are now, which is beautiful because now all we now need on a lower time frame is just a bullish order flow confirmation. Once it's there, we strike that. Those are the kind of swing opportunities that I usually take, even if it's not part of it's not a part and parcel of my pairs, but because the swing opportunity which is actually on a high probability zone, I can even take that swing trade and just hold all the way to the upside like that, without having any issues of with my pair that is not my pair. I won't even have any issues. So USDJPY is on the level already. And there's liquidity here, which it can still wipe. Can still wipe that liquidity. Here, most of the levels were wiped. So there's no much here. It was touched. It was touched. So most likely they are here. They are here. Let's see. Right. So here I'm expecting them to shift structure there on your lower time from your 15 minute. They have to give us a shift. Once you see that shift, you strike. Here I can see, can see something already. I can see something already, which is this. What's this? GBP, this one is actually on a buying level now. It's actually on a buying level. It can still break, but what you can do is simply, even if you jump in the trade, it means now you now need to hold. And it means, but so far it still looks okay. Still looks okay. Still looks okay. Not that bad. Not that bad. But I like this. What has happened here? So right now you can even buy USDJPY. Your stop loss, yes, is still a little bit bigger, but and I'm anticipating. Once the confirmations for buys are adding up and they're increasing, that's when you now increase your risk. So this first trade, you don't need to even go aggressive. You just go conservatively. You just go conservatively. Then the more the bullish confirmations come in, then the more you start adding trades once the other time frames, 1 hour, 30 minutes, start to confirm and all that. So yeah, our current stop loss right now on USDJPY. Yes, it's still big. Like here, as I said, it's still big. You can even put it there. But it's not even an issue because it's a currency pair and you can actually manage to hold all that if you are listening to what I say, that this first entry doesn't need to be aggressive. It's just the first short-term entry. The first entry, which just you just enter conservatively. You just enter conservatively. Once you enter conservatively, then once the confirmations like these ones are like here, once it goes up, bah, that's something like this. Induces tips a level, induces there now. It means that there we can even go aggressively because we now have confirmation that indeed they actually respected and they're now moving from that level. They are no longer they you know that they will no longer be coming all the way to the to take out this level. So those are some of the main pairs that I'm looking forward to this week and some of the opportunities that I'm currently eyeing on these pairs that I showed you. So I'm anticipating us to make money together this week on these pairs that I explained. Rewatch the video on YouTube, rewatch and rewatch and rewatch. Make sure that you don't miss any of these uh good moves that are coming.